Okay. Good afternoon, candidates. I'm absolutely pleased to be here with you today. And as a kind of introduction, before we even get into the first chapter, it's important that your foundation English has been designed to see that you are able to read your core subjects well. That's the main priority with which the entire course has been designed. And therefore, it becomes really, really important for you to see that you take a bit seriously because Foundation English is based on your Class 12 English. And I'm sure all of you must have gone through whatever has been there. In that sense, it's very, very simple. What is the difference there? The entire foundation course has been so tweaked to help you understand your core subjects. What are your core subjects? The subjects, the papers that you will write for your foundation. The other papers. I don't know all the papers. I know there's law, but I know there are other papers that you need to do. And for that, Foundation English gives you enough language to understand the text material and also to answer well. That's what makes Foundation English interesting and very, very, very important for you. Now, let me share with you my PowerPoint. Just give me a minute. And yeah, here we are. We're just there. Yes, slideshow. So the entire session will be on Chapter 1, and this is the way I do it. I have inbuilt exercises to deal with questions and chapters, the understanding of it and the definition of it. So we have inbuilt exercises that will help you understand, help you assess yourself. In that sense, it will be very useful for you. That's number one. Number two, I have a few ground rules that you will follow when you're in the class, and that will help you understand how to go about it. Question paper models will be shown to you, especially the past question papers, so that you know what kind of assessment you will have to face. What are the questions that will help you prepare yourself well? How would you score really well? And how will this help you for a lifetime? That's important. And then I go slow. Please post in the chat box if I'm very fast or if I'm very slow, because your feedback is important to me so that I'm able to tailor my lessons effectively and you understand it well. Now, here we go with Chapter 1 and the first slide. So we start off with the assessment pattern so that you understand what the question paper is going to be like and how you need to prepare. And then what is it that's there for the lifetime as regards, the study material. Okay, so this is Communication Chapter 1, Session 1. This is the question paper pattern. The question paper is clubbed along with the law paper. So 60 for law, 40 for BC&R, and totally it becomes 100. It has 5 parts. Each part is for 5 marks. That makes it 25 marks. And then the rest 15 marks will be for grammar, vocabulary, and short questions. The short answer questions are mostly from the communication chapter. Therefore, this chapter becomes very, very, very important. And the 5 marks, with every 5-mark question, you also have a 1 or 2 questions from the communication chapter. They may be definitions, they may be list them. So you have to be thoroughly prepared. You have to be thoroughly prepared with the text material. we have always a heterogeneous class, a mixed class. Some are from English medium, some are from, other mediums. It's perfectly all right, because my English will be as simple as you can understand. If in case you find it fast or slow, please feel free to mention it. That's number one. Number two, see that you follow the ground rules while in the remote teaching, because we don't have a face-to-face interaction. It's only through the chat box that interaction happens. And have your notebook and pen to take notes. That's important. Have your study material with you while you are in the class, so that you check whether my slides go along or is in sync with the study material itself. And this is tuned exactly to suit your exam purposes. Do the activities as per instructions during the session. As and when you have doubts, please keep them posted. In case I miss some of your questions, please put them again, so that I don't waste my time hunting for the question. Please don't jump the chapters. Let your questions be relevant to the chapter we are doing. And of course, any doubts regarding the answers and the question paper related to the chapters and nothing else. Please provide your honest feedback so that we fine-tune our sessions to make them effective for you. It's important to fill the feedback form. The feedback form is very, very, very important, not only for you, but for me too. Okay? Because it is based on the feedback that I will be able to tailor my lessons. It is based on your feedback that I would know you follow me and you understand what is being said here. In this session, you will learn Introduction to Business English, definition of communication, types of communication, verbal, non-verbal, and visual, non-verbal, para-language, body language, appearance, aesthetic appearance, symbols, formal and informal communication, written and oral communication. So this is what we are going to see today. Introduction to Business English. The past question paper, as and when the situation demands, I will also tell you the important questions or the most frequently asked questions from your past question papers, so that you make a note of them and see that you are able to be prepared with such questions. So the past question paper has a question on what is business English. What is business English? English today is specialized. Okay, just as we have doctors for nails, doctors for a ear, doctors for eyes, doctors for nose separately. They are not a doctor for all. They have specialization in each of the subjects or each of the parts of the body to treat. Same way, English has also become very specific and specialized. So business English is English that is dealt with for business. And it's a fact that we study, we get educated to do business. All occupations, all professions that help you earn is business. And today, because business, is global, English becomes really, really, really important. Okay, what is business English? Why is it important? I said because it's globalized. It's important to do business with other countries, with people of, with people across borders, so that the common language can be English. For whom? It's for all people who want to do business locally, nationally, and internationally. English becomes the binding language. Difference between general English and business English. Now, telling you about the difference between the general English that you studied at school and business English. General English at school was more for pleasure reading. Although you had an examination and assessments and scores, that was more for assessments and examinations based on the lessons that were fixed. Business English, rather, is for business, only for earning. That's the English. And students with commerce, students who are with the commerce subject, the the NCAs, MS technology, the postgraduate courses, the undergraduate courses dealing with computer science, with commerce, all these lead to business English. You will find that the core subject is all in business English. Once you step into college, once you step into professional courses, you will find yourself dealing only with business English. And that's the whole difference. General English is for pleasure reading, to get you at the basics of speaking, writing, listening, and reading. Business English is more specialized, helping you to do business, whatever business. We are not specifying the business there. What are its advantages? If you have good English, good business English, then you have a chance of being good in your business or your office work. Okay. Now, how will you build up business English? By reading newspapers and magazines. What kind of newspapers and magazines do you think you can read to build up business English? Financial Express, Financial Tribune, the Wall Street Journal, Economic Times, Mint, Business Standard, the Australian Financial Review. You can take a screenshot of this or you can write it down. I will give you 2 minutes time to quickly write it down. Come on, fast. Because you don't have to subscribe to all these magazines and newspapers at one go. Say this month, January, you can subscribe to Financial Express. These are free newspapers and magazines available on the net. You have something called InShots, and that gives you all newspapers and magazines, and they're all free. But what kind of papers or magazines will you read? Magazines and newspapers that deal with business English, profit and loss. Look at that. Financial Express, Financial Tribune, the Wall Street Journal, all papers and magazines that deal with business opportunities, right? And that's why this is important. And it is not necessary that you have to spend a lot of time doing this. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, because this is all available today on the net at your hand. You don't have to buy them. You don't even have to spend money. You don't have to stack the newspapers. Okay. So that's about newspapers and magazines. Now, websites that will help business English. Forbes, CNBC, Bloomberg, Breaking News, BBC, One Stop English, British Council. All these will help you with business English. NDTV Profit, Beyond, all these sites are good. English for specific purposes is what we mean by business English. English is a key skill for a successful career. If you are applying for a job, most employers, especially international organizations, will ask you to demonstrate your language skills. And the entry level into any kind of job is communication. Especially now, because the education system and the examination system is so disrupted, right? Exams are not getting conducted now because of the pandemic, and the schools and colleges are shut down for so many reasons. So how will or what will help you get into jobs? Okay. How will you get into jobs now when they cannot rate you with grades or marks? Today, MNCs advertise, corporates advertise, call for freshers, as fresh as class 12. They say, come with just communication skill and we will train you to our needs. Companies are coming forward to even fund your higher education if you are a keen learner. They then absorb you in the jobs. It's such a wonderful opportunity for all of you to be able to do that. And communication is what is very, very, very important. The 21st century skill today, the future of work, the future of education depends on 3 C's. 1 is coding, 2 is comprehension, 3 is communication. Coding is technology. Comprehension and communication is English. That's going to rule the workplaces. So take it seriously. And in my classes, you will see that I just don't stick to the study material resources alone. There'll be a lot of videos and plenty of other resources that you can use for a lifetime to pick up language. Now, I have had in the chat box that some of you are from other mediums, not English medium. It is okay. Don't feel low. Don't be shy about it. Don't think, oh my God, then I can't do anything. No, you have to take inspiration from Dr. Abdul Kalam. He studied in a Tamil medium school. He became the rocket man. He was the president of India. What more do you want? So don't give yourself any excuses, right? Get inspired. Look for inspiration all around you. And that's really important. There is no one best newspaper. The newspapers and magazines or the TV channels that I've suggested, they have good English and they are error-free, and it will be good for you. Okay. So now, bang on with the first chapter. What is communication? Communication is when I speak, you all listen. And then based on the listening, you understand and respond relevantly. So the process of communication is when the listener listens to the message, understands it, and responds relevantly. So the diagram here tells you the sender encoding the message, because in past question papers, there have been questions like, what is encoding? What is decoding? So now let me tell you, those of you who are confident of writing the answers by yourself, it is just enough if you read, understand, and write it on your own. For those of you who feel you may make mistakes or you can't write on your own, memorize it so that you write without any mistakes. So before I move on with this chapter, I also want to tell you, how do you improve your English? That's the very thing that I told you right in the beginning. What kind of newspapers you need to read, what kind of magazines you can read, what kind of websites you need to watch. That will help you improve. Today you have podcasts that give you English, right? Podcasts are 59 seconds. I'll share that with you. Listen to that, write it down quickly. Then you will see that the news that you write down has enough good English that will help you to continue. Okay, so don't worry that you're weak in English or that you are from another medium. Okay, choose magazines and papers that are free. You don't have to pay up for that. Now, communication. There have been questions on communication in the past question papers. Therefore, this is very, very, very important. Definition of communication is important for the question, what is communication? It's a process of exchanging information, ideas, thoughts, feelings, and emotions through speech, signals, writing, or behavior. It's very easy. You just have to list them. Exchanging information, ideas, thoughts, feelings, and emotions through speech, signals, writing, or behavior. So 5 things. If you are able to do these 5 things, that is communication. In a communication process, a sender encodes a message and then using a medium or a channel, sends it to the receiver who decodes the message, and after processing information, sends back appropriate feedback, reply using a medium or channel. So it's important, you don't have to feedback is missing, you will get it at the end of the class. English movies may not have business English specific. So I won't recommend movies. Rather, I would recommend TV channels which deal with business English. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you 2 minutes time to read it several times. And then I have an exercise on that. Quick. I'm giving you 2 minutes to read through the definition because you will have an exercise. So the entire session is designed and planned to help you read the study material, the chapters here in the class itself. So that will be a quick kind of revision. Yeah, The Wolf of Wall Street is a good one. But choose, free stuff. What's that eerie to link him, man? I don't know. That's Monica. I don't know that. The newspapers and magazines I've shown you are the best. You can trust them. Novels are also for pleasure reading. They are not big business English specific. Channel is TV channel. TV, I don't know what you say. TV channels like NDTV, CNBC, Beyond. I think there's NDTV Profit. There is Star Profit. Riddhi, I didn't see your question. It'll be good if you can post it again so that I don't waste time. Okay, hope you have read this now. Complete the gaps quickly. I want you to post in the chat box the answers and post all of them together. All the 3 blanks together. Don't post one after the other. Post all 3 of them together. Quick. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes on that. And I want to see all of you posting. Don't keep asking me which is the best newspaper. The ones that I have shown are really good. Now fill in the blanks. Post your answers. If you want the passage, the definition for another 2 minutes, I will show it to you. Shall I? Okay. Go ahead. Read the definition several times and then you'll have to fill up. And post your answers together. You have 3 blanks and you will post all the 3 together so that I know who's, posting and who's not following the class. Quickly post in the chat box. Yeah, the answers. Here you go. Yeah, New York Times is good. Guardian is good. Yeah, you can subscribe to these. Subscribe YouTube channel, but do you have news there? I don't know. I don't use that. Quickly post the answers. Yes. This is Dharmendra, Vidya, Narendra, Anuj, Quick, and I must see all of you posting. Unless I see all your posts, I won't move to the next slide. Quick. Come on fast. I'm waiting for you to post the answers. Super. Yeah. Sakshi, Divyashri, Swati, Priyanka, Puredi, Archana, Preeti. Come on fast. Chitra, Ansari, Dhyanashri, Moha, Riddhi, Khadija, Abhimanyu, Komalakshi. Quick. Mayur, Pooja. I'm waiting for all of you to post your answers. Quick. Come on fast. Yeah. Parna, Amanta, Dipanshi, Preeti, Monica, Dipanshi. Hey, I'm able to read your posts. You don't have to post them again and again. Chandan, Eshi, Vishnu, Lucky, Bhumika, Jayanti, Kinle, Mansi, Sakshi, Ajitaba. I don't know if I'm saying your names right. Jinar, if I'm saying it differently, don't worry. Bala Sanjana Lakshmi. Okay. Rahul, Shravani, Ugyen. So if you post it, don't keep posting it again and again and again. Maybe, I missed some of your posts. It is okay. Amanta Varghese, Shiba, Sahil, Sarvesh, Ganga, Sakshi, Sumit, Chitra, Pushni, Abhimanyu, Harshagupta, Samir Singh. Yeah, these are all repeat names. Omnath, Varun Mulai, Karishma, Subha, Mohammed Ali, Shiva, Nikita, Abhirama, Omnath, Maya, Aniruddha. Okay, so most of you have written it, right? Now let me move on. Categories of communication. What are the categories of communication? Verbal, non-verbal, visual, body language. What is verbal? When we speak, it becomes verbal. When we use only gestures or signals or facial expressions, that's non-verbal. When something is beautiful, that's visual. When you have a graph, when you have signals, that's visual. Body language is the mannerisms that you make with your body for communicating. Now define body language. Now let me tell you, definition of body language will not be tested. This is just for your understanding. Okay, what is body language? What and how do you think we can communicate without words? Which of these do you think has the most impact on how we communicate? Words, tone of voice, gesture, facial expression, the way we sit or stand. Okay, we're going to be fidgeting with your fingers. It means you're very restless. We're shrugging your shoulders. Either you're scared or you don't care. So each movement, each facial expression has signals that communicate. When does this become really important? When you go for interviews, they check your body language, whether you're really committed, whether you're really interested, whether you're saying the truth. When they look into the eyes, they know whether you're saying the truth, right? Okay, how conscious are you of your own body language? Do you think men or women are more conscious of body language? Why? I think women are more conscious of body language, but anyway, I don't know. It can be either way also. Okay. Do you think you're able to read other people's body language? Can you read other people's body language? Yes, you must be able to, because that will help you judge people. People cannot cheat you if you're able to understand the body language of the other person. Now, okay, match these, it says that should come afterwards. What is paralanguage? This is a very, very important one, because this question has been tested in the past question papers, almost every question paper, therefore it is important, right? What is paralanguage? Paralanguage is the language that you use to say something more than the actual words used. Reveal the intent of the message, the voice quality, intonation, pitch, stress, emotion, tone, and style of speaking, communicates approval, interest, or the lack of it. Okay. Paralanguage is expressions, communicating with expressions and not words. For example, oh, ouch, yeah. So these are only expressions, they are not words. Using expressions to communicate without words is paralanguage. To put it in very simple terms. Okay, let me repeat. The way you say something more than the actual words used, reveal the intent of the message, the voice quality, intonation, pitch, stress, emotion, tone, and style of speaking, communicates approval, interest, or the lack of it. Now let's look at the expression oh. You can say oh, oh, oh. So either it is sarcastic or approval or not approving. Okay, that is intonation. And these are not words, but they are just expressions. That is paralanguage. I'll give you 2 minutes to read this, and then you'll have an exercise on that. Quick. Come on fast. Yeah, oh, can be the examples of paralanguage. Yes. Done? Now, fill up this quick, and I will give you 2 minutes. Yeah, it's more for expressing, right? So, yeah, you can write it, but again, explain paralanguage is speaking without words, communicating only with expressions. That is paralanguage. What kind of expressions? Oh, yeah, ouch, kind of expressions which don't have words. And how do you make meaning with it? By the tone, the stress, the pitch. Okay. Now come on fast. I will wait for 2. Yeah, hurrah, hooray, hey, hi, bye. All this is paralanguage. Using expressions to communicate without words. Come on fast. Post all the answers together, because I will be repeating names otherwise, and it is difficult for me. So when I say, Gayatri, post all the 4 answers together, 4 or 5. Come on fast. I'm waiting for you to post the answers. Yes. Pawan is first. Quick. Komal. Yeah, Jinal, Sagar, Ajitaba, Dhyanesh, Bhumika, Jamuna, Anuj, Mohammed, Riddhi, Priyanka, Ugen, Deepika. Quick, come on fast. I want to see all your posts. That's important. Come on fast. Quick. Yeah. Samreen, Priyanka, Ankit Kumar, Pragya, Vidhi, Chitra, Narendra, Mayur, Abhimanyu, Nimish, Sartak, Kushagra, Rahul, Archana, Sagar. Quick, come on, finish it fast. Yeah, let me move on now. Formal communication. What if all these are workplace related, job related? Okay, that's why it may be different. It may not be the same as your general English at school, because this is related to workplace. Right? Now, formal communication. Formal communication, vertical, are of 3 types: vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. Vertical, horizontal, and diagonal: informal or grapevine communication, network and communication, effective communication. We are going to see all these today. The first thing is formal communication: vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. Right? Now let's see what's vertical communication. This is the communication pattern that's two-way: the boss and the employee. Vertical information can flow downwards or upwards in the organization. Data that is collected flow up to the top level managements for review and decision making, while instructions and orders are passed down from the management or seniors to the subordinates for implementation. Now, you don't have to use words that you find difficult or new. Okay, you can put it in simple terms, just that you need to understand this is a two-way communication between a boss and an employee. The boss gives the instructions and orders, the employee gives them the data and the data to review and make decisions. Okay, so it's a two-way communication. It's from the management, it's from the seniors to the subordinates or employees. Okay, now I'll give you 2 minutes to read this, and then you have a gap filling exercise. Quick. Come on fast. And done. Subordinate, the boss and the employer. Employer is a subordinate. It's in the book. This is Pushpa. Pushpa, this is in the book. All this is from the study material. And these are questions that are often tested. Therefore, it's important. Yes, this is a repeat of class 12. The only difference is every topic, every detail will lead you to English for workplace, English for jobs. Bhumika, I told you, subordinate is employees who are in a lower rank, the boss and the employee. Now, vertical, okay? Vertical is, yeah, fill up the blanks, quick. And you have just 4. Come on fast. I'm going to wait for you. And I give you 2 minutes on that. Quick, I'm waiting for you. Quick, and I'm waiting for you. Come on fast. Okay, some of you have asked me about giving you the notes, right? I cannot share the PPT, but I cannot prevent you from taking screenshots. I cannot share the PPT because some images, some videos are copyright. I can share it in my class. I can use it for teaching in my class, but I cannot share it on a social platform to many students. Therefore, I cannot. Okay, share the. Okay, I give you half a minute more. Yeah. Yes. So this is both ways. This is a two-way communication, upwards to downwards data, for decision making and for planning the business. This will help. Okay. Now, horizontal. It is between, now here the word hierarchy is very important. Horizontal communication is between two parts of the organization at the same level. For example, the HR department and the finance department. Communication that happens between two people, say from the HR department and the finance department, two managers discussing issues, right? That is called diagonal. This again is two-way discussion. It's two parts of the organization at the same level. For example, the managers of a project in a company may hold a regular daily, weekly, or monthly meeting to discuss the progress of the project. Now, what is important here is it's conversation not between a boss and an employee and a subordinate, but a conversation between two managers of the same organization, but belonging to different projects or different departments, right? And therefore, it becomes important. So that's the main difference. In a horizontal pattern, it's conversation, it's communication between two people of the same hierarchy, maybe of different departments from the same organization. It involves communication between two parts of the organization at the same level. For example, the managers of a project in a company may hold a regular daily, weekly, or monthly meeting to discuss the progress of the project. Now complete this. Quick. No, I'll give you 2 minutes to read it and then you will complete. Quick, come on, fast. I want to see all of you, everyone, posting the answers. Quick. Okay. Now, let me move. Fill up the blanks. Quick. Come on fast. Waiting for you. Post all 1, 2, 3, 4 answers together. That will help me know whether all of you have posted your answers. Between employees, oh yeah, I am extremely sorry. Yes, this is diagonal because for horizontal, I don't have a gap filling exercise. This is diagonal. This is Sartha. I'm happy that you're so alert, right? You are really alert. And actually, that's a distractor and a tester to see if you are following what I say. So that was horizontal when I showed you the slide. The gap filling exercises for diagonal. Now you go over the diagonal pattern. Quick. Diagonal cross-functional communication between employees at different levels of the organizational hierarchy is described as diagonal communication. I'll give you 2 minutes to read this and then I'll explain this to you also. Okay? Now you read it and then I will explain. This is diagonal. Yeah. So diagonal is cross-functional between employees at different levels of the organizational hierarchy. What is meant by organizational hierarchy? Hierarchy is the ranking of officials in a workplace, in a company. How is that designed? You have the CEO, the director, the managing director, the director, the CFO. Then you have the managers, middle managers. Then you have accountants, the employees. So it goes by a ranking. Diagonal pattern does not have a ranking. People can just walk across into cabins to talk, even if they are CEOs. That's exactly what I'm doing now, Mohak, right? This is diagonal. Diagonal pattern is where communication between employees at different levels of the organizational hierarchy, communicate. It's increasingly common in larger organizations. This is very useful, very advantageous in large organizations because, yes, you're right, Nimish. Yes, like CEO, CFO, CMO, managers, etc. So they all get together to talk, and it is not necessary like a vertical or a horizontal where only two people can talk, and that too at the same level, or between a boss and an employee, right? Diagonal is cross-functional, and people can talk. CEO can walk into a manager's room to talk, to communicate. A manager can walk into the director's room. So the organizational hierarchy is not followed, and plenty of organizations today follow this pattern. How is this useful? Past question papers. Past question papers have a question on this. What is the advantage of diagonal? Okay. What is the advantage of diagonal communication? It's quick, it's short, it's direct, it does not give room for any miscommunication or misinterpretation. Therefore, large companies prefer the diagonal pattern. Now, let me see, first finish this fill up, and then I'll go to vertical, horizontal, and diagonal again. Okay. I'll give you 2 minutes to read through this diagonal. Okay. And then I will give you fill-ups. Come on fast. Now you fill up. Yeah, I'm waiting for all of you to post your answers. Yeah, very good. I'm so happy that so many of you. So when I'm looking down, it means I'm looking into your chat box. Okay. You want it a little slow, Kaushik? I can. So yes, go ahead. I'll give you 1 more minute. Finish it quickly. I want all of you to post to the chat box so that it helps you learn it during the classes. Yes, this is Swati. Yes, upwards and downwards, it's between a boss and an employee. Super. So many of you have posted, but I do want to see all of you posting. Okay, now let me move on. Yeah. Okay, that's for now. Now match these. The three broad categories of communication are verbal, non-verbal, visual. I want you to match these and not post in the chat box, but write in your notebooks. Then I'll give you the answers. You can check whether you're right. Okay. You can post all correct or one wrong. Okay. Quick. I'll give you 3 minutes. No, I'll give you 5 minutes. Match these. Then I'll give you the answers. Come on fast. Finish it fast. This is only matching, right? Misinterpretation is when when people uh, misinterpret. Suppose they say documents must be submitted today evening, and somebody understands it as documents need not be submitted, right? That is misinterpretation. It depends on the understanding of the receiver of the message. Yes, these questions, who's asking me this question? Shruti, every topic that is dealt with here in these classes are testable. They are for assessment, and they have been tested in the past question papers, board question papers. Therefore, it is important. Yeah. Shall I? Oh, you posted here. Okay, Mohak. So I'm waiting for all of you to say yes after you've finished. Quick. Come on fast. Yeah, you can write with your own words, provided you know the answer. Okay, provided you understand. Yeah, quick. Done? Okay, now I'm going to call out answers. As I call out answers, I will also explain to you once again what these mean. Because past question papers have aesthetic communication that has been tested, paralanguage that has been tested, non-verbal communication has been tested. Okay, now let me go one by one. The three broad categories of communication are verbal, non-verbal, and visual. Verbal, is using words to communicate, right? Non-verbal is communication without words. Visual is communication that happens just by seeing. Now, non-verbal communication. So what is the three broad categories? The first one is B. Okay, I'm not given B. I'm just going to call out from what is here. Facial expressions, gestures, and stance will be verbal, non-verbal, and visual. Non-verbal communication will be religion, status, or ego-building symbols. Body language is facial expressions, gestures, or stance. Paralanguage is expressions used to communicate. Aesthetic communication is music, drama, art. Okay. Symbols, well-dressed, is something that people can see. Symbols is the religious symbols, the ego building symbols, status symbols. These are symbols. Visual communication has been tested in the past question papers. And how will you answer that? What is visual communication? Something that you are able to understand, something that is communicated just by seeing it. There are no words, no expressions. That is visual communication. Okay, so I leave it here for a minute so that you all understand, read it, and then post yes. Then I will move on to the next one. Because the next part is going to be really, really important. There's a definite question in your question paper about the networking of communication. Okay, so now let's move. Look at this, match these, because we shouldn't forget this. This is an easy words to help you remember. That's the reason why we have inbuilt exercises. Come on fast. Post your answers, because this is just 3. Match these now. Quick. Five out of 5, super. Appearance is the way we look. That's appearance. Super. Some of you have posted that all of you, all is correct. That's really good. Now, have you finished matching this? Yeah. Okay, let me call out answers. Only a few of you have posted, but still I will call out answers because I want to move. Yes. Vertical is information can flow upwards or downwards. This is for you to remember easily. Okay. Horizontal is communication between two parts of the organization of the same hierarchy. Diagonal is cross-functional communication. It's very simple. These are keywords. If you can remember the keywords, then it'll be just easy for you to write correct answers. You don't even have to memorize the whole stuff. Remember the keywords and put them into sentences. Your answer is right. Okay, let me move on. Informal communication. What is informal communication? Generally, when we say informal communication, it means it is communication between friends and relatives. Communication between people whom they already know. Okay. So, informal communication is between family, friends, neighbors, members of the community, and other social relations that are based on common interests, tastes, and dispositions. So, this is a long sentence. You just have to remember that informal communication is between family, friends, neighbors, and members of the same community. Here, informal communication that happens within an office space is called grapevine communication. What is the spelling? How do we spell it? Grapevine. Grapevine communication. What is grapevine communication? It is gossip in the office. Within the office space, people, when they meet over lunch, in conferences, before symposiums, tea break, lunch break, they socialize. And what is meant by socializing? They talk about the office, but not from their cubicles, but in an informal domain. That is called grapevine communication. This is a very, 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 very important question, just like paralanguage. This has been asked in several question papers previously. Therefore, it's important. Okay, what is grapevine communication and what are its advantages? Employees in an organization interact with each other outside the formal domain. Such communication is called grapevine communication, which is gossip in the office. Employees of different departments and varied levels meet and discuss matters casually and informally. The grapevine satisfies the social needs of the people and helps in building relationships. It is also useful in addressing certain needs and grievances of employees, right? Socializing within the office space, but not within the domains of the cubicle where they sit and work, not there. It's outside the formal situation. That is called grapevine, and grapevine is useful because it will help in ironing out differences between employees so that everybody works smoothly without a conflict. Yeah, yes, quick. So what is grapevine communication? It is, so why named grapevine? I don't know, because it has a special name, just that. Dispositions is, where do we get that disposition? Yeah, common interests, taste, and dispositions, the way they carry themselves, the way they behave, the way they interact, is all that. Have you read this? And now we'll go to grapevine communication. So this is what, no? Speaking in secrecy, in confidence, within the office space. That is grapevine. Employees in an organization interact with each other outside the formal domain. Such communication is called grapevine. Gossip in the office. Employees of different departments and varied levels meet and discuss matters casually and informally. The grapevine satisfies the social needs of the people and helps in building relationships. It is also used in addressing certain needs and grievances of employees. Okay, so this is from the study material. Yeah, grapevine like grapes. Yes, you can remember that. Okay, now fill it up quick. Maybe I'll give you 2-3 minutes. Quick. Come on fast. Yes, now you will fill it up. Yeah, waiting for your answers. Paper will be MCQ question. No, these will be short answer questions. I told you. I'll also show you the question paper pattern by the end of the session. If you talk to your friend, is not grapevine. If you talk to your colleagues within the office space, that is grapevine. I think that is very clear. Talking to your friend is informal. Talking to your colleague within the office space is grapevine communication. Conforming is agreeing. That's for Bala Sanjana Lakshmi. Okay. Yeah, maybe you're right. Grapevine because it doesn't have a definite path, Priyanka. Yes. Grievances are complaints, sad stories, sob stories. What is not visible, dear? R. This is one-to-one. Although I teach and you learn, we also interact. You understand what I say and you respond properly. Okay, that's complete communication, and it is diagonal because you ask me all kinds of questions, right? Question is not appearing. Roadmap a symbol, yes, perfectly right. That's for Argya. Yes, roadmap is a symbol. Yeah, finished. Where are the answers? I don't see the answers. Quick, I'm waiting for you. Yeah. Only two have no. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Wow, super. Almost, yeah. 28 have responded. Quick, I want all of you to respond because that is what will give me great happiness to know. One, my communication is good. Two, that you understand what I'm saying. Three, that you're also learning at the same time. And that you will do your exams well. Okay, quick. I want all of you to post your answers. Come on fast. Quick, quick. Very, very, very important part of the communication chapter. You will have definitely questions for two to 3 marks maybe from this part, communication networks. Okay, here again you have vertical and circuit. When you join a new office, the different types of network. Someone passed. Video is not visible. There's no video here. You can't hear me. Oh, maybe I have to call. Okay, let me stop this and share again. I'm sharing this again. Can you hear me now? Uh, Now can you see the video? Can you hear me? Yeah, because some of them have said they don't hear me. Oh, okay. No, but 3 or 4 have said, I know I can understand some of them may have, but 3 or 4 have said it. Therefore, I thought probably it's from my side. Mine is perfect because it's 5G. Okay, okay. Okay, now what are the different types of network? You may start posting quick. Let me see who's going to start first. Hello, hello. Hello, Hemant, are you there? But the question link has gone, I guess. Yeah. I got it. I got it. I got it back. Yeah. Yeah. I got it, but I don't know if theirs has got resumed. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Can you post in the chat box if you're able to hear me? Some of you who have said you don't. Hello, hello, hello. Hemal, can you tell me whether they're able to hear or see my video? Because nothing is in the. It's good. But I don't see any posts coming in. Usually they respond immediately, right? Yeah, yes, ma'am. Now clear. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, now see, if the screen is hazy, if there is a break in the video or the audio, please wait for the network issue to resume. Okay, it'll come because from our side, from the institute side, and from my side, our network is good. So maybe it is the connectivity, is weak at your side. So just wait, it will resume. Don't be in a panic. And I'm not going to hurry up because, we've not, we've had a break. Don't worry about that. And I also wanted to tell you that it's just 2 hours. And I thought if we have a break, then that will stop the flow of the session. So maybe I will leave you 5 minutes early, but let's not have a break. Okay? Super. Yes. Now I get your post. Okay, what are the different types of networks? So that's when we have the issue. Networking is very, very important in an office. The moment you're appointed, you must be able to understand what kind of networking happens in the office, whether it's a vertical, a star, a circuit, a chain. Okay, it's important. Now let's see what these mean. This is vertical network. The vertical network is a formal network. It is usually between a higher ranking employee and a subordinate. In this two-way communication, immediate feedback is possible. Now, in the previous question papers, I remember there was a question on which is the two-way communication, which networking is two-way communication, and what is it? So then you must be able to say that it's a vertical network. It is usually between a higher ranking employee and a subordinate. In this two-way communication, immediate feedback is possible, right? I give you a minute to read through this so that you understand what I mean. It is two ways. It is between a boss and an employee. The advantages, immediate feedback, and no misinterpretation or miscommunication. Communication is good. Okay, now let me move on. Okay, this is the fill up. I'll give you 2 minutes to read and then you can filter. Finished? Now fill up the gaps quickly. Subordinate, I already told you, of a lower ranking official. Okay, post in the chat box because these gaps, one will be interesting to post in the chat box. Two, I will also get to know that you have understood. So post in the chat box. Don't tell me you finished reading it. Quick. Come on fast. Emil, the chat box link has gone. Can you check that? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it snaps. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'll wait. Yeah. Now I get the chat box. Network issue, video is not visible, can't hear me. Okay. Hemel, maybe we have to strengthen the platform. Maybe we have to strengthen the platform because 200 are using the chat box at the same time, right? Because they are saying there's network issue, video is not visible, can't hear you. Ah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, now we shall move on. We go on to the circuit network. We saw the, the first one, the vertical network. Now it's the circuit network. Hemel, should I continue because I don't see the chat? Yeah, now they say it's good. All good, all good, all good. Yeah, okay. So now this is circuit network. When two persons communicate with each other, sending messages and feedback, they form a communication circuit. It's like the electrical circuit, you see, A, B, and then when they are connected, it becomes a complete circuit. Therefore, it is known as circuit network. The two people interacting can be colleagues placed at the same hierarchical level in the organization. Now look at the spelling of hierarchical. Hierarchical. Hierarchical level. Okay. That's important. Now, what is hierarchy? Hierarchy is the ranking of position in the office. And that's important for you to know that. Yeah, I had to wait for some time. This is for Mohawk. I had to wait for some time because plenty of you said that there's network issue. Okay. Now we are back in form. We finished vertical network. Now this is circuit network. When two persons communicate with each other, sending messages and feedback, they form a communication circuit. Therefore, it is known as circuit network. The two people interacting can be colleagues placed at the same hierarchical level in the organization. Okay. I'll give you 2 minutes to read through. Yes, ranking or position in the office. Hierarchical, hierarchy. And look at the spelling because it is a bit tricky. Hierarchical. That's hierarchical. Okay, now you have the exercise to fill up. Come on fast. Quickly post to the chat box. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. Yeah, you may post it and I'll wait for 2 minutes so that I don't have to hurry up. Yeah. Yeah, super. I find all the answers here. Many have posted, but I want all of you to post. See, that's important. That's what will let me know that you have been with me and you've understood and that my communication is good. It is your post that will let me know. Come on fast. I'm waiting for everybody to post. Yeah. Super. I will wait for another 2 minutes for all of you to post. quickly. Quick. I'm waiting for you to post. Yeah. So I'm going to stop here for today's session. Now, very quickly, and I will wait for, say, 10 minutes. I want you to post in the chat box. Of course, you will fill up the feedback form, but you will also post in the chat box your feedback. What is it that you will post in the feedback in the chat box as feedback? One is, how was the session? What will you remember? What did you learn well? Just these three. You can post it in just words, but I want all of you to post the feedback so that it really makes good reading. That's number one. Number two, it will also help me to understand how well I have communicated. Yes, you can draw diagrams. I have it in the tomorrow's session. I will also show you diagrams associated with that, because the study material has diagrams. You don't have to draw diagrams in the exam, just that the illustration will help you remember what the network is about, so that you don't make mistakes in understanding. You don't have to draw, and you won't get negative marking for not drawing. Okay, so why waste time? Okay, I repeat, what will you post in the chat box as feedback? How did you like the session? That's number one. Number two, what did you learn? Number three, what will you remember? You will quickly post in the chat box, and I want all your posts quick, and ask me any question if you have. Quick. Yeah, I'm waiting for your post. The feedback form has to be filled. You will also post your feedback in the chat box, because the form I don't get to see. But the chat box I will see, and I will also know how best to take it forward for the next session. Quick. Super Shash, that is Sahil. Yeah. 10 on 10. Wow. You give me marks. It was a bit fast. Okay. Maybe tomorrow I will make it a little slow. Yeah. Filling the Google form, I'll show that tomorrow. I'll give you the link tomorrow. Because if I show the Google form today, then I may not be able to complete the chapter tomorrow. So we will do it at the end of the session tomorrow after we finish. quick. Yes, these small activities have been incorporated so that it's a kind of revision for you, and you also get to learn up everything today itself. You want it faster, somebody wants it slower, Argya. How do I do it? I can't be fast and slow at the same time, right? Increase speed of sending queries in chat box. Okay. Yeah, you can start learning BC&R. You can look into your study material and revise it today itself so that you are able to recall and remember all that we did today. You want me to read out study material? Oh my God, no. That is actually you have to study the study material because you are going to write the exam, not me, right? I give you the slides and I explain it. Just that. Yeah, you have to revise. Yes. Oh my God, some say slow, some say fast. What do I do? If all of you say the same thing, then I can tune it. I can make it faster because 4 people have said I'm slow and 7 have said fast. Yeah. You want to improve your English? Practice daily. That's the only way. There is no shortcut. Distortion is twisting and turning something so that the meaning is not clear or correct. Misinterpretation is understanding differently, understanding it the wrong way. That is misinterpretation. Yeah, your answer is visible. This is Mansi. Yes, but I didn't call out your name. Please read tomorrow's class. I'll show you how to listen to English because that will help you with communication and improve your communication. Speaking English also. Misinterpretation. Interpret is to understand and say, communicate. When I say misinterpretation, it's saying something without understanding or understanding it the wrong way. What can be the example? I say communication is a process of understanding. And then you think communication is only about speaking and nothing about the receiver. That is misinterpretation. Communication happens only when the speaker sends his message, the receiver receives it and responds relevantly. Only then it is communication. Okay? Misinterpretation is misunderstanding. Voice isn't clear. Oh my God, again. I'm waiting for you. So in the networking, part, I have finished 2 networks. The rest of them we will do tomorrow. And what is left over, we have effective communication. What is effective communication? And what are the barriers of communication? And I have a few videos to show you how communication can be effective. Quick, I'm waiting for your post, your feedback. I want all of you to post. Yeah, waiting for the feedback because not all of you have posted. Quick. Yes. So we call it a day and see you in the next class. Oh my God, this. Hello, the chat box link has gone. So I don't know. Yeah, it's back. It's back. Oh, yeah. So the buffering and the network issue. Yeah. thank you so much for being so interactive, because that alone can get us motivated and inspired to teach you, because we don't get to see you face to face. And all the very best in all your endeavors, and make it a habit to practice language, especially business English, if you want to earn well. And bye till I see you next time. Bye bye. Hemal? Hemal?